back to being a crappy day here. It's cold, there's snow on the ground, wet, which sucks. So what we're doing today is I have to sandblast a part for a friend of mine. He has a Volkswagen bus that he needs some parts sandblasted, so I have to pull the sandblaster out of my garage because I don't have enough garage space. I don't want to get my my bug all filthy, so I gotta pull my sandblaster from inside my little garage outside real quick to blast this part because I don't want to get nothing on my other bug. So that's what we're doing today. A little sandblasting, and then later on I think we're going to go in and I'm going to try and design the A-arms for the Baja bug. I'm just going to sketch it out for now and get some rough measurements, and I'll show you. Last night I built a spindle from I used basically I went off of YouTube video. His channel, guy's name's Mike. His channel is Doug Bug on YouTube, and he's got a lot of good stuff on there if you're looking to build a bug, or you know, really anything. I mean, he's got a lot of good ideas and design, you know, like theories and how to do things the proper way. He's really good, so if you guys check him out, you know, that's what I went off of to build my little spindle. I basically replicated his that he has on his channel, and so I'm going to try and put that same one on mine. So that's what we're going to do later on tonight, and I'm going to sketch out a A-arm and stuff. So the A-arms he has, I don't think it's really going to work for mine, so I really can't go off of his. I'll kind of go off his design maybe a little, but the dimensions are completely different because my chassis on mine is not going to be built like the chassis, the front end chassis that he built his. So, but I am using a lot of his ideas and a lot of his designs as far as like the spindle and stuff. I mean, I thought that was a really good idea, so I am using that. So anyway, let's get to grabbing some sandblasting stuff and we'll get on that. So here's the part that I'm about ready to sandblast. It's the like the vent portion, like of the back, I think, of the bus. I've got some of it sandblasted because I have a sandblasting cabinet, but it wasn't big enough to hold the whole piece, so I'm gonna have to use my other blaster outside, so which kind of sucks because it's cold out, but I told him I'd get it done, so I'm gonna get it done. So that's what we're moving on to. I'll probably put in like half the bag. We'll see how long half a bag lasts. Got a call. Happens sometimes with these, they get clogged up a little bit. Get a big chunk of sand in there that wasn't supposed to be in that bag. But these, whenever you go to put more sand in them, you always have to shut the air off there. Make sure you bleed the whole tank out before you take that cap off. Otherwise, all that pressure in there is going to release right through the cap. You don't want that. Well, it's probably going to take the whole bag. I mean, I got the majority of the front of it, so now we're just going to make it a lot prettier. Kind of give my air compressor a chance to catch up too. These things work really good, really. They just, you go through a lot of sand because you can't recover it. But they're nice if you have something that's really big that has to be sandblasted outside. I mean, they work pretty good, really. It's not an easy job. Sandblasting kind of, I mean, it's easy once you get it all set up. Like if you had a booth to do it in, it's not too bad, but still a lot of work getting into all the nooks and crannies. Make sure you get it all looking good. So I'm probably going to use the majority of this bag, probably at least 3/4 of it. What I usually do is I usually leave a little bit left in this bag. I have about that much left in this bag. And then that way I can get the majority, like if I run that completely empty, then I know I still have enough in here to make it all look super pretty. So I'm gonna get the majority of all the old paint and all that kind of stuff off, and then I still got enough to spare if I run out to make it look good. Show you guys something here. A lot of people don't realize, but sandblasting will remove like your paint and remove like rust and stuff. But like with this part, you can see like the pitting from being old. See how pitted it is? Sandblasting will not fix pitting. Sandblasting just takes paint and stuff off. Like if it's pitted and you want something nice and smooth again, you're gonna have to go over that with some kind of body filler and sand that and manicure all that to make it nice and perfectly flat again, because sandblasting doesn't fix pitting. It just removes all of the paint, and it will remove the rust maybe like out of the pits, but the pitting's still going to be there. See, there's no way of getting rid of that besides filling it, you know, or buying a new piece, which these pieces are hard to come by for something this old. So I mean, sandblasting can only do so much, guys. Like it'll clean it up for you nice, you know, if you want to repaint it or whatever, or if you just have gobs of old paint on there, it'll take care of all that. But if it's pitted before you start, it's going to be pitted when you get done. Sand gets everywhere. always like leaving a little bit at the end. It never fails. You always find a part that you missed. You always want to keep the spare sand for the end. Mr. Sandman, bring me green. I'm the coolest dude you've ever seen. The sand gets everywhere. Kind of like going to the beach, but there's snow on the ground, so kind of not. Enjoy the sand of the beach. Just have to imagine you're at the beach. Like hearing the waves. Not the birds, just the waves. Forget about the snow on the ground. Just remember the sand. It's probably like 85 or 90 degrees. In the tropics somewhere. I'll have sand. The same places that you have sand when you go to the beach. Doing this. Everywhere. This is the final batch. Final batch. Let's get her done. The sucky part. The key to these blasters, make sure you empty all the sand out of them when you're done, because you don't want any moisture getting in the sand and getting clogged in the bottom. So you have to empty them completely out when you're finished with them. That's kind of the sucky part about it. If you do that every time, it'll work good every time. Yeah, I know. They make hoods that you can wear sandblast, and I know all about it. Alright, so now I got sand in my hair, my eyes, a little bit in my eyes, in my ears, I'm sure. Time for a shower, but check it out. This is what we ended up with. So see, it is pitted still. See the pits? You can't get rid of that unless you actually body fill it and sand it nice and flat and smooth. But it does get all the years and years of paint off of it. You wouldn't have wanted to hand sand all of those inside there. That'd been rough. But so I mean, it does get the paint rust and stuff off, but like I said, it's about as good as it's gonna get for a, I think this is a, I think his bus is a 69 maybe, or 70. About the same year as my Bug, probably about 69 or 70, I guess. But yeah, so there you go. So that's what we're doing right now. That's what we got done. I'm gonna clean up all this mess, and then we'll start messing with designing those A-arms.